Hey, what's up, Stringlings? Today we're going to be talking about my new favorite guitar, this one from Steve Baric Custom. Let's check it out. So this instrument was the big build for 2022 for me. It's a sponsored build, partly because it was my prize from winning Guitar of the Year from Solo Music Gear, so thanks guys. And this was the guitar that I chose to do, and it's a PRK10 model from them, and I use these, as you know, or you may know, as prototypes for my custom builds, so these are all available on order. Just get in touch and you'll be able to find them. Now, this instrument I've named LUONNOTAR, which is named after the Finnish pagan goddess of nature, or spirit of nature, and it's a fusion of a number of different elements from other builds that I've done. But it's very customized and is one of my absolute favorites. So let me give you a breakdown, first of all, on the construction. This is a set neck design guitar. It's obviously built on a PRS type body design, not identical, but pretty close. What we've got is a mahogany body with a quilted maple top, which I hope you can see the finish on it. The neck is also mahogany, and this was one of the coolest things that I found. I had done, sorry, this is an Ernie ball strap, but one of the coolest things that I found is that using Z-epoxy finishing resin to get this shine on the back actually gives you a very similar effect to the Danish oil that I use on my necks. So it pairs up quite nicely. So we have a polished body, we have an unpolished but oiled neck. It is a rosewood fretboard, and that is all of the stock equipment on here. Sorry, it does have a Solo Music Gear stock Tune-O-Matic style bridge, because the measurements are a little bit different from standard. So, but it's a great bridge. It does exactly what you need a bridge to do. Breaking down some of the components now, I installed GravTech ratio tuners. I didn't install locking tuners. I haven't found a big advantage in locking tuners if the strings are wound correctly. Some people like them just for the ease of changing strings. Doesn't make that big a difference. To me personally, I could go either way. So if you want locking tuners, let me know. And I used a GravTech Black Tusk nut, just because it's a nicer nut and a little bit easier to customize than the stock material. I use Schaller S-locks on all of my builds because they're just super secure but easy to change. So I can put this on any of my guitars on the fly and they lock in place rock solid. Down here on the other end, we do have some sponsored devices. The knobs themselves, the control knobs, are from Iron Age Accessories, as is the kill switch. Now the kill switch is battery powered for the LED. The knobs are Neptune's filigree glow-in-the-dark knob covers, which you can't see because I've got a ton of studio lights on. So those are from Iron Age Accessories. Please check them out. They make really cool stuff. The hardware that goes into this, the switch is a Switchcraft, and the jack I swapped out for a dual contact jack, so it's extra solid. Dual contact jacks don't make a huge difference in tone, but they do in terms of what grips the cord, so your cord stays in place, your cable stays in place. Now, the big win for this are these humbuckers from Pegcity Pickups. My friend Chris supplied these for me specifically for this build. I am so happy that he did, because these are the best pickups I have ever played in my life. They are amazing. At the time of filming, these are his Supernovas. They may go through a name change. I'll let you know if they do, but in the meantime, let me tell you something. This pair of pickups is an absolute dream to play. I'm going to plug this in right now into my standard setup so you can hear them, because you've got to hear this guitar. It's ridiculous. First of all, with the right setup, really easy guitar to play. If you know how to set up these kits from Solo Music Gear, awesome. Do it. Get a good setup going. If you don't know how to set it up, let me know. I'll customize one for you. I'm going to start off with this very, very clean Cory Wong amplifier from Neural DSP. By the way, I set up these pickups so that the coils split. So in this position, the volume control has a high frequency tilt. I'm just going to leave it where it is. And in this position, the tone control splits the pickups into basically sync coils. So let's go with a single coil sound on the clean tone on the bridge pickup. And this is what we get. What I wanted was a versatile guitar. What I got was an incredibly versatile guitar. The neck pickups single coil tone versus the humbucker tone. And we don't lose anything in terms of volume, in terms of output. If we switch down to the bridge pickup as a single coil, and then pop on the humbucker, it's super warm sounding humbucker tone. I cannot find any fault in these at all. They just sound so good. Let's flip that off, and I'm going to go down to a little bit of a noisier sound because I don't have any noise gate on it. But this is a actually I'm going to go to the Omega Ampworks Granifier, which I think does have a noise gate on it, just to hear some rhythm tones out of it. It's got a ton of output. And who doesn't like a kill switch, right? Iron Age makes the best kill switches, hands down. I'm going to go to that rev generator and just see a little difference in tone on the amp side. Back to the Granifier. So the Granifier actually has an Eminence DVR from Christian Cole. So there's a little bit of a brighter tone. But here's the thing, right? When you hear that crunchy sound, it's a little bit, to me, a little bit high end. So we actually bring the volume or the tone control into play. We roll the tone back a little. That's all the way down. Then the tone control comes into play. So it's brighter than you would expect for a humbucker on a high gain kind of output. But I put in Burns pots for the purpose of having that push-pull tone control. And man, what a great sound. Like, just, the ability to tweak it with that kind of resolution is just fantastic. Let's go to the lead tones. This is where this thing absolutely shines. I am in love with the pickups on this guitar from Pegcity. Please, please, please let me know if you want to get in touch with Chris. His link is in the description below. Chris does amazing hand-wound boutique pickups. These are one of his own custom designs, and boy, do they sound good. So this is the lead tone. I'm using a couple of blended VST plugins for this, so I'm not going to go down the whole list, but when you play around with your lead tones, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? This is all humbucker tone, mind you, but I have described this elsewhere as being the most responsive and vocal humbucker I've ever played, and it's absolutely true. Go to the neck pickup. Check this out. It just holds that tone for days and days and days. It's so glorious to play on these. They just do everything your fingers tell them to do. These pickups just give you every single note with such clarity. And then we get into some speed. So man, let me tell you, this combination of these Pegcity pickups with the Iron Age kill switch, the Bourne's pots, just the whole package is glorious to play. It punches where it needs to punch, it sings where it needs to sing, it has the most pristine cleans. Let's go back up to Mr. Corey Wong here and I've got no effects on this, right? Just straight amp. I don't know if it's still in tune. You gotta love that. So if you like this video, if you like this kind of content, give me a comment, give the video a thumbs up, and by all means, of course, subscribe. And down the road, maybe become a member. We're going to cover some of these build details in a lot more detail for members only. We're going to have more tutorials on what all of this stuff means. What does it mean, that I've changed the material of the nut? What does it mean that I've got a high frequency roll off? What do pickups do? What does this pedal do? That kind of thing. So we're going to be doing a lot of that kind of material in the coming weeks and months, and especially into 2023. So again, thank you very much for checking this out. Thank you very much to my sponsors, Solo Music Gear, Pegcity Pickups Iron Age accessories. You guys have been phenomenal, and especially for your patience, because these things can take me a long time while I'm busy playing with things and making adjustments. But all of the links are down in the description. Please check out my sponsors. Please check out my partners and other suppliers. And yeah, have yourselves a fantastic day. I'm going to go back to playing because once I pick this guitar up, it's really hard to put down. Talk to you guys later.